Meghan and Harry mocked as singing branded most lasting piece of their podcast so far. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have signed a huge deal with Spotify to produce exclusive podcasts with Archie Will Audio, but the most lasting piece of their podcast so far is a silly clip of the couple singing, according to a royal expert. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex signed a deal with Spotify estimated to be worth £30 million to produce a series of podcasts. However, they have only released one episode since its launch, a holiday special in December. The episode featured several celebrity guests including James Corden, Deepak Chopra, Sir Elton John, Tyler Perry, George the Poet and Stacey Abrams. Each person reflected on 2020 as a year, what they'll earned, how to explain a pandemic's social impact to future generations, and what gives them hope. It also featured some sweet moments with little Archie and between the couple, including one moment in the trailer when the couple sang a tune and giggled. Pod Save the Queen is a weekly podcast hosted by Ann Gripper and features Daily Mirror royal editor Russell Myers. Ever since Meghan and Harry released their first Archie Will Audio podcast, Pod Save the Queen producer Dan Jackson has played that short clip at opportune moments to make Ms. Gripper and Mr. Myers laugh. This week, the pair were discussing Prince Harry's podcast with Dax Shepard Armchair Expert and wondered why they have not released any new episodes of Archie Will Audio. A listener had written in questioning whether potentially the Spotify deal may have gone sideways, and Ms. Gripper agreed that it was interesting they had only put out the one episode. Mr. Myers noted that it's an awful lot of work doing a podcast. Ms. Gripper added, "At some stage I'm sure there will be another Spotify episode of the Archie Will Audio and we shall have a listen to that then, and Dan can change up the ding 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 ding." She started to sing the little ditty that Meghan and Harry sing in the clip, and Mr. Jackson again played the tune. Ms. Gripper quipped, "It's the most lasting piece of their podcast so far, let's face it." At the time the episode was released, Mr. Myers noted that there wasn't anything particularly groundbreaking in it. He even argued that they are going to have to provide something meatier because Spotify will want its pound of flesh for such a large amount of money. He said, "I don't think they'll just give tens of millions of pounds to Harry and Meghan to just church out podcasts like we heard on the pilot episode recently. As nice as it was, I don't think it's breaking any new ground. And certainly the money that is being given to Harry and Meghan, they are going to presumably want them to do something a bit meatier." He posited that this content could involve the couple showing more of their lives in California, potentially historical projects about the royal family, or talking about their position before leaving their royal roles. Meanwhile, Armchair Expert has announced it is moving to Spotify exclusively. Ms. Gripper said she is sure this is not a coincidence and suggested that Meghan and Harry are part of the Spotify ecosystem in the meantime between the pilot episode and the rest of the episodes. Mr. Myers presented a speculative scenario, questioning whether Harry had been cajoled into it because of the deal he made with Spotify. He said, "On that point, let's just say it's part of the Spotify ecosystem and he's been, listen, nudge nudge. We've paid you a load of money so you've got to jump on this now and we need it to really kick off and get some good coverage, so we need you to speak about your torment and your mother's death. I mean, how many times can you open yourself up to that?" However, Ms. Gripper quickly responded that he was just assuming that is what happened and that Harry was briefed in that way. Mr. Myers then acknowledged that it was a purely made-up scenario. That said, Ms. Gripper noted it was likely that Spotify made it easier for Armchair Expert to be connected to Harry, and for them to be chosen as the vehicle to help promote the Duke of Sussex's Apple TV Plus series and his mental health crusade more generally. To subscribe to Pod Save the Queen, go to your normal podcast provider. was a purely made-up scenario. That said, M's Gripper noted it was likely that Spotify made it easier for Armchair Expert to be connected to Harry, and for them to be chosen as the vehicle to help promote the Duke of Sussex's Apple TV Plus series and his mental health crusade more generally. To subscribe to Pod Save the Queen, go to your normal podcast provider.